It's so exciting. We, I guess, are officially into the summer months, and I wanted to start a new series, mostly for myself, to start keeping myself accountable, setting goals, and reaching them. So this will be my first video in the goals series, and today I'm going to talk about what my goals are for the upcoming month. First and foremost, hygiene. Let's be real, when you have an infant that won't nap in the crib and pretty much needs to be on your person at all times, hygiene can take a nosedive. And this can be compounded by the fact that you're dealing with new bodily fluids, leaking breast milk and spit up and all sorts of stuff that just makes you feel gross pretty much all of the time. So my first and foremost goal is to take a shower every other day. Now, my skin is super dry. I cannot take a shower every day. I would just be bleeding and cracking. It doesn't help that I live in a very dry climate and I live at a high altitude. So for me, taking a shower every other day really helps to keep me clean without drying out my skin. It also helps that our climate is a little bit cooler, so we don't get those hot summers where it's really a necessity to take a shower every day, sometimes even twice a day. Secondly is a weird one for me. I want to start wearing makeup once a week. I've been pretty much adamantly against makeup all of my life. I wore makeup on my wedding day and a few other occasions, but that's about it. For the most part, I just try to always maintain a presentable appearance, making sure my skin is clean and that my hair is done, and then not wanting to put chemicals on my face. But a weird thing happened when my son was born. All of a sudden, I really want to do the feminine things that I was never interested in before. And I think part of that is I'm spending so much time being not feminine and wearing, sweatpants and t-shirts because I'm just constantly changing my clothes because things get on them. It really makes me want to take the time to have a few minutes every day where I'm clean and I'm presentable and I feel good about myself. The second area I have goals for is my home. First, I want to declutter. We did a really good job before the baby came, and we did a lot of decluttering to make the house easy to take care of, and I just want to continue that goal and finish it. I want it to be the point where I could do maybe 20 minutes of housework a day and my house looks clean. I'm not a clean freak. I'm not a type A personality. I would rather have a messy home and be out enjoying life than have a clean home and be stuck at home cleaning it all day. So my goal is to just make it super easy, and the best way to make it easy to clean is to have less stuff to clean. Secondly, for my home, I want to vacuum every day. We have 2 dogs, one of which sheds like crazy, and we just constantly have fur on everything. And with a baby that's soon to be playing a lot on the floor and crawling around and putting stuff in his mouth, I really want to get to the point where we have a clean floor at all times. And the only way to do that is to vacuum every day. And I guess I should add in that I need to brush my dog every day because she makes a giant fur mass that I need to get ahead of so I'm not having to vacuum it off of the floor and the couch. The third area of my life that I'd like to work on is my health. So far I've been walking about 2 to 3 times a week, but I'd like to increase that to 4 times with the goal of eventually hoping to get into pretty much every day. But with a little kiddo, I can try every single day to get out of the house at 10 a.m. and it just doesn't work like that. Some days I don't even leave the house. Sometimes when we do eventually go on our walk, it can be anywhere from 10:30 to 4 o'clock. So now that he's starting to get into more of a routine, he's eating less frequently, plus he's a super quick eater, I feel that we can start to get on a routine of walking 4 times a week. I'd also like to cut down on my sugar. I love sugar and I love it refined. I love it whole. I love it any which way you can take it. I watched a documentary called Fed Up, and it's available on Netflix. And basically what they talk about is how much sugar is added into all of the foods we eat. And it's made me super conscious. I mean, I knew that a lot of foods had sugar, but I just kind of didn't pay attention to it until I realized that even health foods like almond milk and bran flakes can have a ton of sugar in them. And it's really difficult to discern whether it's natural sugars like the sugars you find in fruit or it's refined sugars. So moral of the story, I know that the more I eat whole foods, the less added sugar I'm going to get. So that's my goal, is to kind of start thinking about eating fruits and veggies every day and eating less and less processed foods. For my mind, I want to read 10 minutes a day, which is totally doable. I just need to make it a priority over watching TV. And I have a bunch of business books that I've been meaning to read for probably about the last 2 years, and I just haven't gotten around to them. So I figure by making a small goal of just reading a little bit every day, I should be able to get through these books over the next couple of months. I also want to figure out if I want to go back to work. Now, if I go back to work, it won't be full-time. It would be on a very part-time basis, and most likely I'll either be able to work from home or I'll be able to take my kiddo in. And the thing that's difficult for me is I'm a very financially motivated person, and this wouldn't be a financial decision. My husband is a scientist and I work in journalism, so obviously he is the breadwinner and we do just fine on his income alone, especially if I'm only working 10 hours a week. It's not going to bring in a whole heck of a lot. But I'm feeling like I'm missing the actual work. I miss the creative challenge, and I'm at a standstill because I felt this way for a while. I don't have childcare that I would trust or that would be beneficial, financially beneficial for me to actually pay for it. If I were to put him into daycare, it would basically take half of my pay. So basically I'm working 2 hours to get paid for 1, and that doesn't seem very exciting to me. So it does seem like a real possibility to take him into work or to work from home. But I'm also really enjoying being a stay-at-home mom, so I think before I contact my employer and say it might be something that I'm interested in, I really need to figure out which I would rather do. And lastly, if this kiddo lets me finish this video, my goal for YouTube is to make 2 videos a week. I have tons of ideas of things that I want to share and things that I want to explore and things that I want to push myself to do, and I just logistically don't have the time to do them. So I already wrote out my schedule for June about the videos that I'm going to work on. So those are my goals for June. To recap, I want to shower every other day, wear makeup once a week, declutter my home, vacuum and brush the dog every day, walk 4 times a week for 30 minutes, cut down on sugar, read 10 minutes a day, figure out if I want to go back to work, and make 2 videos a week. I will follow up at the end of June to let you know how I did on my goals. Wish me luck. Bye.